Hello. Last year about this time, I did a video letting you all know that I was going to try to do 24 new starts in 2024, and today we are here to see if I made it. Hi, my name's Marissa and this is MKissa Creations. This is a Flosstube extra and it is my recap of my 24 new starts in 2024. So, last year I made a video. I said I was going to do 24 new starts in 2024. This was thanks to some motivation from Pam over at Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. And she did a video and said she was going to do 24 new starts in 2024. And so I got to kidding. I kitted all of my projects with fabric at the very least. And some I kitted with floss and some were, I think one was already a kit. So today I want to talk to you and show you what I got done in 2024, and I'm pretty excited about it. So this doesn't include any of my finishes that were not starts this year. I had a couple big finishes over the year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a wrap-up video on that. I do have a few start and finishes from the year. And let's get going. The very first thing I started was a start off of my list. It was a New Year, New Start, and I started the sampler book by Erica Michaels. And here we go. So this is what that will look like in the end. It's a book full of little alphabet pages. And I started and finished the first page, and that's all I have done. I think on January 1st this year, I'm going to start the B is for Butterfly, which is the next one, butterfly stitch. And I am going to try to do more than just one this next year, because if I just do one a year, I'm going to be 60 something before this is over, and I don't want to be 60 something by the time it's done. But here is my A is for Algerian Eyelet. I picked and chose my own colors. This is on a 32 count. I think it's Woodland from Fiberlicious? No. Yes? Oh, goodness. It is from, let's see. Oh, I don't have a fabric tag in here. It was a fabric of the month that I was a part of for a while, but anyways, so I'll put it below in the description. I'll put all my fabrics that I know and flosses that I know below. But so I got the A is for Acorn done, or Algerian Eyelet done. I also did a tutorial video on how to do a row of Algerian Eyelets without crossing over your holes when you go from like one to the next. I will link that down below for you. And woo, the wording is over 1 on 32 count. That was a little bit hard on the eyes, but I did it. So I guess another reason to get moving on these and get them done, because that over 1 stitching, you know, I wear glasses. I don't think my eyes are gonna get any better than they are right now. So that is where that one is. That was my very first start of my 24 new starts in 2024. Let's see what the next one was. The next one was B is for Valentine. That was also a start and a finish. That's by Heartstring Samplery. And I had my little, did I hide my, oh, I put my board away. That was silly. All right, V is for Valentine, start and finish. I chose my own flosses for this too. It is on a 40 count. I think this is Latte. I love this. I want to collect all of her letter stitches, and I think another one just came out at the Jingle Ball, so I'm gonna have to wait for that because I didn't get to go to the Jingle Ball, but I adore this. It is so stinking cute. And it was a fairly quick stitch. I stitched it 1/2 with flosses I pulled from my own collection, and it went along really well. Okay, so that's 2. Number 3 was Blackbird by Blackbird. This I started with Cross Stitch the Globe. She and a couple other people ran a SAL that was the Fab 4 Friends SAL for like the Beatles patterns that Blackbird did. So this is my Blackbird, and I stitched it with Black Crow, I think, and it is 1/2 on, I think this is a 36 count fabric. I don't think it's 40. I love how this turned out. I need to get that finished. I need to have a big finishing day like Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World did. She had like a massive finishing day. All right. I'm going to go through all the starts that were in my 2024 plans first, and then we'll talk about some other ones. All right, then a stitch in time. Should have put these in order, but I did not. Alas, poor planning. All right, a stitch in time. So it's like THYME, like the spice. I want, both of these were on the list. Spoiler alert, this one didn't get started, but I did start this one. And I just pulled my own flosses and did not iron. And here is my little tomato and a little bee body in there, part of a tomato, part of a bee body. So that is started, and that is something I will get back to, and hopefully to start the other piece too, because now I have like all my flosses pulled for that. And I feel like I'm going fast. Maybe I should take a deep breath, Marissa. Next, I started the Santa Key, which I have not shown in a Flosstube video yet, but it is on my Instagram. I finished that this week, so I need to fully finish this so I can get it put with our Santa Key on the wall. But he's all done. This is from Hands On Design. She did a whole series of little, like, you could make them into bunting, kind of. They're all the same shape. And then each pattern, like the way the pattern looks on the back, there's like the pattern, and then there's like a little bar of a mystery Santa that she did. And so when you collect all the patterns, then you get all the pieces for the mystery Santa. I'm just doing this one because we don't have a chimney. It says no chimney, no problem. I love him so much, and my girls love him so much. They're so excited that my little one brought our Santa Key over, and she was like, it's for that, it's for that. So this has to get finished this week, so that is going to be challenge to myself. Next, I started Christmas Rules from Lizzie Kate, and it's a very small start on that. I pull pictures. So the board, I started the border, which you get here. The picture is on the back of here. This one doesn't have a price tag over it. So this is Christmas Rules. The outer border is available on her website for free. So like the top portion, I think it's actually just the top portion. Yeah, the top portion. There's no border like other than that. So that's the part that I started. And it's gonna be a big pile of stuff to clean up off the floor. That's where I'm at. And it says, I feel like I should have left more border, but then I'm also, I don't know if I mathed right or wrong. I don't know. Again, future Marissa's problem. There's barely enough to like leave a border and go over foam core. I don't know where it's gonna be. Anyways, the needle minder says, all I want for Christmas is you. Just kidding, I want cross stitch. So started that successfully. And then, oh, I started this one, I didn't write it down. So I don't know don't know when I started it. I think I started it while I was waiting to pick my daughter up from a birthday party in the car, and I think that's why it just didn't get recorded and I barely got a start on it. But it's New England Whaling Waters from By the Bay Needle Arts. And this is my start. It's on like raw linen, so some of the like clouds from the top. Also though, I didn't keep the white in here in this container, which I don't know why I did that. Like I came home and put it away, or I added it to a different thing. It might be the white that's in this. I don't know. I don't know what I did. I might have to restart it. I might have to rip it out and restart it, just depending on what I can find in my stash, but because that's like a piddly little start. Obviously I haven't picked that one back up since I started it. So we'll talk about that one. And then I recently went on a starting spree one because I was like, oh, I really probably should have started a few more things from this list. But also there were things that I actually really wanted to start, and I had a little bit of startitis, really like come up and be like yanking at me. And so I just reached into the bag of, like, I have a project bag that just has a bunch of patterns with fabric in it. And I reached into that and just grabbed out what I really wanted to start, or what was kind of speaking to me, or something that was small, or something that just felt like it was the right time to stitch on it. So the first thing I started was Turkey Bay because it was Thanksgiving time. Hold on. So the first thing I started was Turkey Bay. Turkey Bay. Because we were in Thanksgiving week and I got the itch. It is on Tombstone from Color and Cotton from a Halloween box when she did boxes. And this is where it's at. And I'm pulling Floss from stash. Look at that little turkey. He's not even all the way done yet. Neither is he. But they're there. And they are started. I really like this stitch. I love the color. Well, and then like look at in the colors. See, like, ooh, there's red and aqua. Marissa cannot get away from red and aqua. So I started Turkey Bay. And then I started the Black Cat from Bent Creek. So this is the Black Cat from Bent Creek. It's a lot of cat, a lot of black. Mine is Old Crow, so it's, or Black Crow, excuse me. So it's a little bit of blue cat, blue black cat. It's an old cat, so blue hair. So here's where that's at. My little Black Cat needle minder. So that's a little one that will, I think, obviously be a quick finish once I sit down and do it again, especially now that I have such a big chunk of the cat actually completed. I think it shouldn't take too long. It's just a matter of picking it up. But it will be good when I'm really, you know, sometimes you get that, especially me, because I have a lot of like larger projects. So this is what happens is I was stitching on a lot of bigger projects, and then all of a sudden I was like, I want littles and I want finishes. And so I go back and forth between really enjoying stitching on a project that feels like it never ends, and then really wanting something done. So that's what this resulted in. Like, it was just like, okay, it's time to do it. I missed one in my starts that were not in this recent little thing. And it was another start and finish, and this is So Tweet from Luminous Fiber Arts. Red and aqua. This one I stitched with the called for colors, but I changed the thimble. The thimble was charted in the browns, and I changed it to the like dark gray and white to make it more of like a silvery thimble. And I need to have again, a finishing day, because I've got a couple of these tomato pincushiony ones done, and I showed some fabric a while back that I bought to do the backs of all of those, and it's time. Okay, back to my like most recent starts. The next one I started was Self-Isolating Bat from Night Spirit Studio. This was a freebie during the Yuck times. I am not sure if it is still available on her site or not as a freebie. It's a negative space pattern, which I absolutely love, and then like was teaching how to like art talk with my daughters about what like negative space means. And this is where I got to. So I got a good chunk of work in on him. And part of the reason that I picked him up was because I found Duchess oval hoop at the thrift store, and I was like, ooh, it would be fun to stitch Self-Isolating Bat in that, because it's almost the same shape and size, or it's the same shape and almost the same size, and so it was very convenient to stitch that in. And I will say, I feel like I haven't ironed this, and it was in a hoop for a while, and I do like the fact that it didn't leave like really hard lines in it like some of the other types of tension hoops do, which is often what I use for when I'm stitching smaller stuff. So I might be keeping that in my collection. I was thinking about eBaying it, but I think it's going to stay living with me. And then the very last from my list that I started was Mary 2 from Plum Street Samplers, which is this, I'm calling him Goth Santa because he's a little black, he has a little black outfit. And here's where he is. So I started in the middle just because I don't know what count this fabric is, but I think it must be 30. I don't know if it's 32. I don't think it's 28 because I'm stitching it 1/1. It came with, I think I got this off of a freebie table a while ago, or it got passed around at my friend Helen's house. But it came with like a floss card, and it didn't seem like there was a lot of floss. So I don't know if it had gotten used already and then was put on like this is the leftovers. But I don't own a bunch of these colors. I don't know how old they are. So I was like, I'm only going to use one strand, even though I don't really know what count fabric this is. And it turned out I stitched these little berries first to kind of gauge how I felt the coverage was, and I feel like it's great. So I'm good with it. We're gonna stick to the 1/1, and I got I think I got all of Santa done. I need to backstitch his little nose, but other than that, Goth Santa is done. So, all right. So those were the ones in 24 new starts in 2024. And if you were counting, because I was not counting, I counted to 2, I think. So good. That was 11. So I did 11 out of 24, which is like not amazing, but there's a but. So, there are 8 other starts. So I got up to 19, which is like pretty good. It's not 24. I'm not 100%. But I'm not a 100%er in the time in the land of cross stitch. If you've watched me for long enough, a lot of times when I make plans, I just kind of throw them out the window completely. So I feel like 11 out of the planned ones and then 8 more, so 19 new starts out of 24. Not terrible. Not the best grade. Like what would I have gotten on my test? 19. 79. C plus. I can live with a C plus. In some worlds it might even be a B minus. I can live with a C plus. So I'm going to show you 4 of the new starts were M-Kissa patterns, of which 2 of them are not released yet, so I'm not going to show those. The 2 that are released, one of them was the Litter Critter Club, which I did for a swap. So my swap partner has that, but I'll insert a picture of what that one looks like here. And then the other one that I finished was started and finished, was Quilted Together. And these are just my little lovebirds. And they were my walnut shell experiment. So I think if I do walnut shells again, I will do them also with some fluff, because I'm not sure I mean, I like it. I'm not sure I just love the beanbaggy quality of it, but it does sit really nicely, but I think it also like flops a lot more than I want it to. So, yeah, so I started this and finished this and fully finished this. And then my other starts, so I had 4 additional starts that were not planned for starts. 3 of them were new releases this year, and one of them is one that I've been wanting for a long time and just pulled the trigger on finally because I had fabric that I liked for it. So the first one that I started was the Deadly Aquarium SAL, and I am going to pick this back up. A Santa birdie told me that a tablet is coming to replace my tablet that died. So this is very much a tablet stitching project for me, a pattern keeper project. So once I get that back up and running, I will go back in and start working on this one again. But so this is where I got, I don't remember how many releases this is through. But this is the Deadly Aquarium SAL, so I will pick this one back up and continue working on it. But I'm pretty happy with where that's at. It is stitched on Frozen Fractals from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Steph. And in the called for DMC, everything is as charted. Then the next project that I started was 324 from Works by ABC. And Arlene Cohen. This uses 324 different colors of DMC. And I've been working on this one a lot lately. Sometimes just putting in like 1 or 2 motifs a night, but it's progress. So this is where that's at. A couple missing colors still that I need to get my hands on. This is all the way, it's all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom, or all the way across the top and then all the way down to the bottom on this side. So I've just kind of been grabbing, as long as there's like a connecting one that I know where it is, I grab it and I go. So that was a new start, and I think I'm like at a little bit past the 30% mark on that one. I think I was posted and I was like 32% or 33% done. A couple like last Flosstube video, so I'm a little bit further along then. And then I started, what did I start next? I started Act of God next. I started that with my friend Brandy from B&E Stitchery, and I haven't really picked it up since I first started on it, but this is where it's at. I got a lot of the border done. I mean, I feel like this is probably only like 1%. I will insert a picture of this chart here, and you can see it's a big one though. And then that's my needle minder from Brandy and Emma from the Library Stitchers Retreat. They gave that one out, so it seemed appropriate for it to live on this piece. But I absolutely love it, and apparently I was on the long dog kick, and I also started at that time Fish and Ships. And this is also on Frozen Fractals from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Steph. And then it's Act of God is stitched with a Silks For You silk, and then so is this one. I will put the numbers in the description box below so you can see those. Everything that I have information on, I will put into the description box below so that you can see. And then, so that was all my starts for 2024. So 19 out of 24 is what I'm calling it. And now I'm going to show you what didn't get started, and I'm going to let you know if I'm moving it to next year's list or not. Now we have to do the things that didn't make it. All right, first was Bent Creek's Christmas, Happy Christmas. It is like a Christmas row. It's like this one, but it says Happy Christmas. That didn't get started yet. That will go into next year's plans. I am going to film a 25 new starts in 2025 video coming up with what I have planned for that. I am probably going to, with what happened this year, leave that open-ended, maybe with like 5. I'm only going to plan 20 in my bag of goodies, and then I will so plan 20, have 5 for new starts and things like that, because I think that I'm not gonna not buy anything new, and I don't, this is the comfortable level of starting for me, and also going back to old projects. I have a lot of big projects that need to get finished. I finished 2 big projects this year, and so I feel like with focusing on larger projects and being able to start new things, that's a comfortable number for me. So we're gonna make the goal 1 more than this year, essentially, the planned for goal. So I did 19 this year, we're gonna plan for 20, and then with wiggle room slots for 5 more, so 25 new starts in 2025 is the true goal. The true goal. Okay, so another that I didn't get started, and this one is going into the list for next year, is A Wicked Plant from Barbara Anna. And I have all of this. The reason it's not started is because I don't have the black that I want. So I need to order a black, but I've pulled all the other flosses that I'm going to use for it. The berries are charted in 2 different colors, but this, I don't know, you can't really see it all that well. This variegates pretty heavily, so I'm just going to stitch all of the berries in that and just know that I'm going to get some different colored berries out of it and do 1 less color. But I need to figure out what black I'm going to use for those. So this one didn't get started. This is fabric for an M. Kissa Creations design that I did not finish charting. I really would still like to get to this one, so this is gonna go on the list also. Mill Hill Painted Pumpkins didn't make it into the starts because this is fully kitted. It is gonna go on the list again because why not? This is an easy grab if I am in a beady mood or a tiny teeny handheld project mood. This is perfect. I just might go in and like actually sort the flosses in there, and that would make it even more of a like I'm ready to do this project. This Lizzie Kate, I am only 1, but I am 1. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. This still reigns very true for me. This is like my house motto, pretty much. Do what you can to make things better and be better. So this one is continuing on. Actually, I don't know if there's any that aren't. Let's see. I have my pile, so. Goody Grimwood. I need to find a better fabric for this. I wasn't happy with the ones that I had kitted up with it. Hopefully this year will bring me some more fabric shopping, and I can find a project that really will, or a fabric that will really suit that project better. And I think after I finish Consider the Lilies, I feel like there's, oh no, they're Weeks Dye Works. I feel like I have quite a few of the colors in consider the lilies, and so I might be able to like pull some of those, and yeah, need to do that. The Keeper of the Pins, I was going to do this one on the back. At the very least, I will probably do more. This is going back into the bag of things to do. Again, this is another one where I didn't quite have a fabric that I absolutely loved for it, and so I never grabbed, and it never started. The Prairie Schooler July. This one I'm not sure of. So this is my not sure. I was gonna just do those blocks right there, and it is really cute. I think the problem is that I have it kitted with this like this beigey fabric, and I think I need a more white fabric. Actually, I think I have an idea for this. They're all full cover. It's full coverage, pretty much. We're gonna keep it in the box, but I definitely need to pick a different fabric for this one. And actually, this fabric might get to go to the pin cushions. Thanks for working that out with me. Very helpful. All right, Pincushion Street. So this was another one that's kitted up with the flosses because I had to pull out a different project, and I need fabric for it that I like. So this is on the, maybe I need to make a pile of like pattern or fabric like shopping list pieces that I need to find stuff for, so that I can move forward with these. Moons of 2022. So Kathy Barrick said that she's going to keep releasing the moons, I think. I haven't looked to see. If not, I don't feel like it would be super hard to figure it out on my own, which ones are going to go where for which year. And oh, Michelle Cozy Egg, I think is either has already started this or has recharted this, because there's actually an additional moon most years. And there's, in this bottom part, there's usually some sort of extra moon. And like, if it's like the second moon in one month is called, I think it surrounds the harvest moon in that area, or the blood moon in October. Like there's two names for different moons, and it just really depends on where they fall and in what month and in what year. So, yeah, this is another one that I need fabric for though. It's a big piece, and I want to make sure that it's something that I love. It started in MPI. I will probably just do DMC. That's a lot of MPI, especially at this big part at the top. I've said before, I'm going to leave the cherub out and just put some more stars in there. I might move the clouds down. I don't know for sure yet. So this one has a lot behind it, which is why it hasn't been started yet, but mostly it just needs fabric. And then Redbird Sampler from Brenda Gervais. This one also didn't get started. And I'm not quite sure. This one I definitely think I have fabric for. It just didn't happen. So I don't know. We're gonna have to revisit that, and hopefully I can find some motivation to start that. But I still really like it. It's just not my like all the time style. So I don't know, maybe it's too forced, and maybe that's why I haven't started it yet. It's a red and aqua sampler. Like, how can I not stitch it? So yeah, that is how my 24 new starts in 2024 went. Thank you for this review and for your help with making some decisions. Stay tuned. We've got not today, but we've got coming up in closing out the year, we've got a 25 new starts in 2025 plans video, and I don't know, a couple more another Flosstube coming your way, and then January 1st it's time for a whip parade. So we'll see. I still do have time to sneak in maybe another start or two before the end of the year, but I thought it was time to kind of close out that for this I don't want to show you stuff right before I'm going to show it to you for a whip parade too. That's like a lot of Marissa projects all at once. So I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you are enjoying the season wherever you are. We are in full holiday mode here. If you haven't watched my last Flosstube video, I talked about this spool garland that I made at the end of it, so you might want to check that out. This is a really cool project, and I know a lot of us have old spools like sitting in boxes and bags around our house, and I just feel like that is a great way to get them out. You can actually use it as a Christmas garland too. It did turn out a little heavy. I don't know if I would put it on our tree, on a real tree because of the sap situation, but definitely like on a fakie it would be fine. But again, like I said, it's pretty heavy. It needs some support. But yeah. Oh, and I did a floss dyeing video, one back that is totally worth checking out also, and that will, you know, work into the plans and the new starts for 2025. So lots of videos happening. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I know there is tons of content happening right now, and just thank you for spending a few moments with me, and I will see you later. Bye.